better. It's not great. It's just work. This light makes me look yellow. Look, we got it to work, everyone. So it's on my stream. You should be able to see it on my YouTube. It was that camera. I guess I now have to throw it out. Something about YouTube and that camera doesn't work. And that was there in the problem all of last week. And I didn't have the foresight to figure that out. So I want to start off. Let's start off hot by apologizing to everybody for that technical mishap. Can I get this brighter? I can't get this brighter. This is the way we're going to have to be. Well, I look a little yellow now, and that's okay. This camera is worse quality, but yet works better. So it's a 22 for me, and I've chosen I think the second two to catch 22, and you're caught between two twos. You see. You're supposed to pick one of the twos, and I chose the second one. Christine said, yay, good morning, RJ. And chat, Nail said, lovely and clear now. I will fix this soon. Jared said, hi, RJ, good morning. Nail said, let's tweet the link, everyone. Nails is a real great, assistant producer in a sense. She always does a tremendous job. There's a Twitter account that just requested to speak, and it's at Love Ticklish Guys. And something tells me that's not the person I should be speaking to right now. SM said, Studio A. I thought we'd never see it again. Yes, we are back in good old Studio A. And it's hip, and it's happening, and things are happening here. Susie said, WB, RJ. I don't know what that means. Jack said, at least it's not putting you in the 2 frames per second universe. No, we're back. Max Headroom is done. Susie said, good morning, RJ. I'm a big fan of your Le Creuset French press and thumbnail, which is very nice. Thank you. It's porcelain. It's red. I really use it only for photos because sometimes when I'm doing this show and pressing the coffee, I can make a lot of accidents can happen, and you need something a little more durable than the porcelain French press. That's something more to focus on. If I'm sitting on a balcony and it's just me and a French press, and I was going to say a cigarette, but I don't smoke, and I've never smoked. I had half a cigarette in high school once, and I had phlegm for 3 days. But you ever go, oh, I feel cool right now, like I should have a cigarette if they weren't bad for you? Like that kind of feeling, that's when I would have that French press. Nikki said, oh, hey, we again, this is a video, interesting sensory experience. You could also just watch the YouTube and close your eyes. Also works. Susie, Sean said, Nails is a one-woman street team. She's taken to the streets. Ty said, good morning again, RJ. Congrats on the Van Velzen coffee being so popular. It's so cool. I use Eric Spone's artwork. How am I feeling today? I'm feeling great. The Van Velzen coffee has been totally sold out. The pink bags and the black bags have been sold out Velzen. And maybe I'll retire Velzen once and for all. Who am I to say? I don't know. Will Velzen come back? If the people demand it, I'm sure Velzen will come back. But I will tell you this, now that that's out of the way, in the new year, High Anxiety Coffee, the regular me coffee, will get an all-new bag design. So hang in there for that. Speaking of, Minicoletta said, good morning, RJ. I hope I didn't miss much. It was my birthday weekend last week. Well, happy birthday to you. Do you have any fun plans for this week? I did. And then everyone was like, let's not make plans. It's not a good idea. Maybe everyone should just close up shop before Christmas. I was supposed to be at Greektown on Thursday. I had a special announcement. That's been canceled. I don't know if my announcement's been canceled, but the show's been canceled. Maybe I can just make it on the street. Maybe I can just stand outside a diner on the street corner and make an announcement and hold a Bible or something. Or maybe I'll just make it on YouTube. I'm not going to do it now. This is the kind of thing you have to plan. Also, let's look at the underwear. We haven't done that yet. These are Armani ones. These are an old standby. They're, and then there's that little bit of like a polyester-y thing to them where I almost feel too fancy. Like I couldn't do any work done in these. If I had paperwork, if I had a pile of papers I had to sort through, I'd have to put on different underwear. Steven said, morning, RJ, a very cold California. I need a cup of coffee. It's always like, even in Florida or California, and it gets cold and everyone's just discombobulated because all they were wearing are shorts. And that's why I say you bring back the culotte, you bring back that kind of capri pant that cuts off just above the ankle. I think it's a really good idea. Chris said, morning, everyone. Got Christmas week off. Neil said, am I home for the holidays now? I guess. So we're not allowed to go anywhere, apparently, is my understanding. Neil said, I missed the pink packet as I didn't think I could have the whole bean. Then Rob saved the day saying we could, and then Rootless saved the day with some black bags. Well, I would tell you, the Van Velzen coffee was only available in the whole bean. And people are like, I don't have a coffee grinder. If you have a bullet, or if you have some sort of small blender, or you can get a coffee grinder. They're very easy, and they're also, the coffee will last longer this way, and I think it will be better. Aaron said, people really respond to originality. Are you talking about the ticklish guy? Jack said, we all need a Velzen in our lives. So Sierra said, and now I've missed it. Never talk to people without a profile picture, and also good morning. Thank you. And what a fine profile picture you have. And which leads me to believe perhaps you are in charge of the burner account Loves Ticklish Guys. Jared is here. Jared said, cool. And I said, cool back, Jared. Nail said, let's hit the streets and make some announcements. It's like a protest, but we have nothing. We have no cause, really. Tiffany said, hello, everyone. Hope everyone is having an okay-ish morning. And so far, so okay. Minicoletta said, I asked about plans without thinking. I was supposed to see White Christmas today, but I decided against it. I assume you're talking about the movie. And my favorite part of White Christmas is the song about snow. And I think it literally starts with snow, snow, snow. And they just, all they do is talk about how they want to fucking drown themselves in snow. How they want to eat so much snow that they die, and the doctors cut open their stomachs and all this snow, and an avalanche comes out. And then the whole hospital is covered in snow. PC Weld said, hi, RJ. My friend Erica told me to be here. Well, here you are, PC. Nail said, Rob just made a very loud comment I cannot repeat about the shapely underwear. Well, I will take it as a compliment. Chris said, stand in front of Times Square and yell as the ball drops on New Year's Eve. Yeah, I'm sure everyone will hear what I have to say, and it will not be drowned out by any other kind of noise. Julio just woke up and said hi, and I say hi to you. Rob said, Jesus Christ, Arlie, you nearly poked my eye out when you showed that underwear. Well, I'm filming this one in 3D. Caitlin Waddington joined Key to the City, and thank you, Caitlin, and welcome, and enjoy every exclusive video that's there. At some point soon, we'll be doing another Q&A, a members-only Q&A at the end of the month. So hang tight for the end of this week, basically, if your week starts on Sunday, if you're one of those weird people. And there's also a bunch of other exclusive videos. Welcome, hello. People will show you around. Neil said, what a week for the Housens and Velzens. Scar guy and now Tickle guy. It's got to be the same fucking guy. Neil said, I love the snow song. Spot Center said, Chrissy Snow. This old Rob. I don't think our mini blender works anymore, so I may have to get the old school pestle and mortar routine for the Velzen coffee. It's a little trip to Pioneer Village. I think it'll be a good couples experience for you. Val said, good morning, friends. Good morning. Val Minicoletta said, yes, the movie. I love Danny Kaye. Although I don't remember those particulars when it comes to that's not, they sing that song on the train to go see their old sergeant, whatever the fuck that is. And then they were like, the sergeant's sad that there's no Christmas here. Let's have a play. And they put on a full production effortlessly. There doesn't seem to be too many obstacles in that movie. They have a slight misunderstanding, and then they're back. SM says, hey, Val. Susie is welcoming Caitlin. Nails is welcoming Caitlin. Never leave. Feel free to tweet some sarcasm about Stanley Tucci. Sarcasm, to say the least. But do not give Ruffalo any attention. He's not worth it. Speaking of Ruffalos and Tucci's, Tuesday, I did a long interview, over 70 minutes, because I kept talking, with Sean Ross Sapp, and it'll be coming out then. Julio said, why can't I get a membership again? I want it again. Nobody's stopping you. Hit the join button. Clarence said, hi, RJ. Your underwear you're wearing is unboxing gifts. Can I see it? You've missed it. You've got to scroll back now. Caitlin said, I've been here, just a new account. Oh, well, congrats on the remodeling. We didn't recognize you. Congrats on the new Caitlin. The Caitlin for 2022. Nikki says hi to Val. Jared said hi, Susie. Everyone's just a little social hour here. A bunch of butterflies. See, Caitlin is well versed in the emojis. Good use. Nail said, Julio, it's a mission to find the join button. Go via browser rather than the app. Jared said, how was your day last night? Well, I'll let you know tomorrow. So Sierra said, I'm too lazy to make a burner account and too conceited to not have a profile picture. I could not have a burner at all. I should, but I can't. Neil said, Caitlin, I thought so, but we have this whole routine now. Well, yeah, they're the welcoming committee. SM wants to see the gifts. Let's not waste any more time. I have a bunch of them. First one is from Erica, and I won't read your address, but your street name is amazing. That's all I'm going to say. There's a note. Can I read? Okay. Sure. I hope it's not too personal. I'll edit it out if anything's personal. Dearest RJ, hello. Good start. I'll try to keep this as short as possible, and I apologize in advance for my handwriting, which is completely clear. But my name is Erica. You probably know me better as Erica Loves NCR on Instagram, though. Yes, I do. I just wanted to show my appreciation of you by sending over some cool little things I found for you. Some of them have Betty White on them. I truly apologize for that, but you can cross her face out or something, haha, or something, Hannah. Thank you for making content that makes me smile and gives me some solace. That's what I aim to provide. Thank you. Oh, Michelle is here. Hi, y'all. Hope it's a lovely day for all of y'all. You're y'alling it up there. Merry Christmas. I hope you have a great one, depending on when it gets to you. Well, you've made it just in time. P.S. I have a sort of small world story for you. As a kid, I was friends with someone named, I will redact the name for privacy purposes, who lived literally a block away from me, and I very much so remember him talking about someone named RJ at some point in our childhood. We lost contact, but went to the same school in the same grade. I saw we had some mutuals when he randomly followed me on Instagram a few weeks back and was shocked to see you on there. Perhaps it was you he was mentioning. According to that redacted name, I not only know the person, I'm related to them. They're my cousin. So there you go. It is a small world indeed. That's incredibly weird. And I guess also there wasn't so many RJs in the world. If you remember an RJ, if somebody mentions it, you're not going to really hear it again. Although the actor who played Alan Strange, remember that Nickelodeon show? His name was RJ, but A-R-J-A-Y, all one word. Small world, Erica. Here we are. Beautiful job. Let's unopen. I hope everyone in Spaces enjoys a good packaging ASMR. What could this shit be, huh? SM said, oh, small world. Let's open. First thing, a Golden Girls, the surprise of no one. I guess sort of like a press pass. It's a lanyard. There's palm tree patterned lanyard, and it's got the gals on it, and it's got this little press pass. Maybe if I go to the convention, I can just have this, and they'll let me go wherever I want. This seems to be an ABC Studios official, which is good, because the majority of stuff is bootleg. But yeah, I'm just going to maybe I'll walk around the airport with this and say I'm a member there. Thank you for the Golden Girls press pass. Now I can ask whatever. Now I can ask anyone about Rue McClanahan. I believe that's how it works. We're opening the next thing is a Golden Girls paint by numbers. And there's a little kit here. There's numbers. There's 11, 12 colors of all pastel. What a shock. Although I would like that little yellow tinge that Sophia had near the end. Certainly on her teeth. And one brush. Better not fuck up. You got one brush. Paint by number, paint board, paint brush, 12 paints, as you guys can see. And then the back is going to have, maybe I'll do a video botching that. Another thing, to the surprise of no one, a Golden Girls journal. 96 sheets. Is everyone in Spaces enjoying the crinkling? Feel like I'm at a movie theater. There we go. Oh, this thing is gorgeous. And they're little bookmarks, little placeholder bookmarks and each gal has their own section. Blanche said, "Nobody ever believes me when I'm telling the truth. I guess it's the curse of being a devastatingly beautiful woman." That's my Blanche. And here's my Sophia. "Have I given you any indication at all that I care?" And then everyone would laugh, you see. She was feisty. And then Rose says, I don't give a shit what she says. Let's go to Dorothy. The classic. Go to sleep, sweetheart. Pray for brains. Who could forget that? Who is writing in the chat? Julio joined my little Citizens United, the little mint group there. Thank you. That is fantastic. God bless you. Rob says he's seen enough package for one day. I guess my underwear was made quite a statement. And finally, more Golden Girls. These are mints. Sophia's Judge Mints. Very clever. Picture it. Sicily, 1922. An attractive peasant girl finds a refreshing flavor. And then Blanche's Southern Charm Mints says keeps your mouth ready for anything. And I think they're talking about oral sex. And that's what they're indicating there. Well, I think this is great. And it's so nice to see so much Golden Girl merchandise, despite the fact that only one of them is alive. And really only B will see the money. Or Betty will see the money. I've messed this up completely. Betty will see the money. And I'm sure the other ones have descendants or managers or something that will. Well, thank you, Erica, for that. That was a delightful gift. Gift one of two here. Liam said, "Jolly good morning from chilly Old England. And a Merry Christmas to all and Happy Hanukkah." I think Hanukkah's done. I mean, I'm not as a concept. I'm saying the one that happened this year, I think, is over now. Neil said, "RJ has that effect on us. Thank you." Julio found the join button. Guard Swan found the join button. Caitlin said, "Happy belated birthday to Julio. I'm back in the membership again. Let me just tell you all, I didn't find the join button. I searched on Google. Thank you." Mia said, "Oral sex mints." And there's nothing wrong with prepping yourself that way. Or having a little spray of the little Listerine under the tongue thing. Never hurt anybody. Also, but I will say, sometimes you're just masking smells. It's important to remove it. And to that, I say, stay hydrated and eat some leafy greens. The roughage will be good for you. Everyone's saying happy birthday. Okay, here's box number 2. And this is from Archer. Perhaps Beverly Archer, who played the neighbor in Mama's Family. Here's a card that I'm going to open. It's adorable. They wrote my name on it, and they put little stickers, little light-up Christmas stickers. Let me open this up. Just another fucking holiday card, it says. That's adorable. And, I have the naughty floral vinyl sticker. It says, "I fucking love coffee." That's sweet. It's adorable. This is from Chrissy, who is here. Oh, yeah, she is. Look, Christine A. That's her there. That's me, you see. Not me. That's her. Sterling Archer. No, the wonderful Beverly Archer. And this is what she wrote. And she dated it. You know, I always used to hate, like, my father bought me a book for Christmas. He would write on the inside cover. He'd say, you know, to son from dad. And then he would date it. Christmas 1996, and it sucks because not only, I mean, you're immediately defacing the book. What if I have it? What if I wanted to return it? What if I, you know how many times I just give people books? And then it's weird. It feels personal. You know, it feels like a journal all of a sudden. Anyway, Christine writes, "It was truly a joy to find you and your content this year." Some people find that my content. "Thanks for all the laughs." Good penmanship. "Hope you like your Christmas presents. I'm a proud not a cult member." Christine, thank you. And thank you for this. Let's dig in. Let's open up a lot of tissue paper in this one. This isn't anything. Let me get in. Okay, here we are. A little bag, a nice plaid bag here. Let's open this tissue paper. What could it be? It is a Christmas ornament of one of my, if you've heard my podcast, I listed my top 3 Muppets. And this is, I guess, my son, Marvin Suggs, as you can see here, which is adorable. And there he is, threatening to hit the Muppet phones. This is the beloved Marvin Suggs. He was, of course, Mean. He was a tyrant. He was really, really mean to these sweet, talented Muppaphones. And he was, in my opinion, the darkest character in Muppet history. However, I'm happy to commit. I laugh at him out of absurdity, really. Oh my God. He's such a terrifying man. So thank you. And there's another one. Is it what I think it is? Yes, it is. My second favorite Muppets, Wayne and Wanda, the Lawrence Welk parody. I thought that I shall never see a poem lovely as a tree. And then a tree would fall down. And they're adorable. Wayne looks so handsome, and Wanda is just in love with him. They had a love, those two. Similar to Bobby and Sissy from the Lawrence Welk Show, who I think were brother and sister. Of course. And finally, my third favorite, Sam, the American Eagle. What a beautiful shade of blue. This is a beautiful puppet. And good brows. I feel like I have the same brows. That is so sweet, Chrissy. Thank you so much. That is adorable. I don't know how you got them. Did you make them? Did you have to send away for them? And finally, dear Lord, what could this be? Oh, I know what this is. This is a Saint B. Arthur candle. And it says, Our Lady of Golden Steel. And I can't wait to light this up and put it next to my other Saint B candle. I have the exact same one, but I don't want you to feel bad. That's not I have one of these at home. Candles, you can get people, if they already have a candle, you can get them another one. It's totally fine. Especially for this, I like to make a little altar, a little shrine thing of, offerings and things of that nature. I needed it to be more symmetrical so I can have one on either side. It's not really a centerpiece. Our action figure is the centerpiece. So don't feel bad about this. Candles, I read that whole thing. Somebody was like, don't destigmatize candles. Most of the time, don't destigmatize them as gifts. Don't stigmatize them. You destigmatize them. They've been stigmatized. And they need to be washed of the stigma. So usually what happens is that candles will be given wantonously to people who are probably not even interested in the candle, who are not candle people. You have to find the candle people and give it to them. Let's read the prayer on the back. Prayer for Saint B. Bless me, Saint B, to stand tall and speak my mind. I hope your eyes are closed and your heads are bowed. I pray for the fortitude to take on taboos and bigots with sharp-tongued wit and powerful scowl. I wish to blaze with new attitudes and ideas that are bold and brave for my time. And then, 50 years later, they won't seem so progressive. I admire your many talents, but your turn as the new girl at age 50 truly inspires one. Isn't that fucked that the Golden Girls were only 50? I always thought they were in their 80s. Truly inspires one to keep reaching for the stars well beyond the bloom of her youth. At no point was she young, though. I beseech you to never let me take for granted the power of friendship, and thank you for being a friend, Beatrice B. Arthur, which isn't even her real name. Her real name was, I think it's Bernice Frankel. 1922 to 2009. Thank you, Christine, and thank you, Erica, for these wonderful, as I pack them up, and I do such a horrible job packing them up that when this is done, it's going to be a mess. It's just going to be a, complete, total mess. And let's get pressing of some coffee, shall we? Nikki said, the great thing about novelty candles is that sometimes you don't want to light them unless you have two. That's also true. I did not like the B one at all, the previous one I had. Michelle said, I feel bad because I didn't get you a gift sent out. First time I missed it in 3 years. Michelle, you've given me more than enough, and you've given me your friendship. And I think that means most of all, or fucking whatever. So thank you. Jack said, I have so many candles and I haven't lit them. They're too perfect. Also, you don't want to start a fire. Mia says, I have so many candles from Bath and Body Works. Pogirl said that was so sweet. Everyone's having a nice time. Nail said, we are pressing without the queen here. Feels weird. I think Queen of the Ring feels busy. Oh my God, there she is in Spaces. She's got something going on today. She's in a bunch of, she's like stream hopping. She's doing a stream crawl or something. There's the church and the thing. Can you write in the chat what you're doing or put a link or some shit, Queen? People are asking. Because after this, at 12, That's like the afternoon. I'm like the Saturday morning cartoon, and then they're a little more like when football comes on. And I mean that in a good, they're a little more substantial, a little more event programming. I'm more of an aperitif. And Neil said, are you having a guest this week? I spy Darnell. Darnell, are you interested in speaking to me? If you are, can you hit the request button and we can talk? And if you're not, you can tell me to go fuck myself and it's okay. I'm not going to be upset. Maybe he's leaving it on just out of support for me and he's taking a shower or something. You know, that's totally good. He has a great profile picture. So does Queen, but Queen's is a little. Oh, he requested. Sorry, I was going to analyze Queen. Hello. Oh, can I accept? See if this works. Hello. He's on. You're on. Hello. Hi.
I was literally taking a shower.
Are you in the shower? What are you doing?
No. I'm getting out.
You're getting out. What state are you in now?
Say that again.
What state are you in now?
I'm on Long Island.
No. I mean, what physically? You're in the shower. What?
I'm just standing in my hotel room in a towel.
In a towel. So the shower's off.
Yes.
And you could hear me clearly through the shower?
I could actually.
Okay. And then, but you're done. You did what you had to do.
Yes.
So you were.
Now I'm just going to lay in the bed and talk to you.
This is great. And you're in a hotel on Long Island.
Yes.
To do what?
I'm here for work. So since I am one of the trainers of New York City, they sent me, because I'm the most tenured trainer,
so
they send me to all the stores to train new staff.
To train them to do what? What do you tell them to do?
So we go over how they're supposed to style, how to correctly fit a suit, how product knowledge about all of the mills, the fabrics that we carry, and then I make little games for them. Like last week we did, I made a Wheel of Fortune game for them. Different product knowledge, and I gave them the winners a Macy's gift card.
Aw, that's sweet. And you hosted it?
Yeah, I host all that stuff.
I'm saying you hosted it like Wheel of Fortune?
Say that again?
You did it like a Pat Sajak kind of thing?
Yes, it's up better.
That's adorable. Here's my question. There's two kinds of people who wear suits in wrestling. There are suit people, and I will consider you, obviously, undoubtedly, whether you were involved in wrestling or not, a suit person. And there are people who just want to give the appearance that they're suit people. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
And I think the reason you can tell is because they'll be wearing a suit and then a pair of black on black New Balance. And you go, maybe you could just wear jeans and a nice shirt and then it wouldn't look so out of place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very frustrating because I try to not be judgmental. But if you're going to wear a suit, you should wear a proper fitting suit because I will judge you.
Isn't it better to just not wear a suit at all?
Just don't wear a suit.
Just wear jeans.
How it's supposed to fit? Don't wear a suit.
There's so many jeans to fit every kind of leg shape. You know? Mia has a question for you. Do you go balls first in the shower?
Balls first? Well, what do I do? No, I start from the top and I work my way down.
Yeah, I think balls are last. Yeah.
Well, my feet are last because I wash my legs.
I'll skip. No, I skip so I'll go face and then I'll put shampoo in my hair and then I will go down. I'll go neck down to the waist. Then I will start at my feet and then go up.
Oh. So
I kind of meet myself in the middle there at the end.
Get you.
Yeah. Rachel says the LIE, the Long Island Expressway, has no rest stops, which is really bad when you have to drive all the way out to the end of Long Island. So
yeah, I don't know because I told my job writes everything off. So I was like, I'm taking a cab. So I've only taken cabs to Long Island. I have no idea how to get here on public transportation.
Right. And you don't look out the window either when you're in the cab. You don't want to feel like a tourist.
Yeah, I'm watching Seinfeld.
Yes.
On my phone or something.
Queen of the Ring this is her plug. Church of Joshi is on at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. Then a Church of Friendos. I guess I wasn't invited to that. Holiday party with Going in Raw at 4 p.m. Eastern. And now you know Queen.
I do. She's one of my really good friends. I love Queen.
And you've met her in person.
Yes, we've hung out multiple times. We talk quite often, actually. And yeah, she was at my birthday last year, which was really cool.
And you were also one of the few people to meet me in person.
I am. He is a wrestler, I swear.
Well, to be fair, you haven't seen me wrestle.
That is true. I have booked you to wrestle, but alas, COVID happened.
Whatever. That match, it was going to be a lot.
It was going to be a lot.
Do you remember the match? Can you?
It was.
Go ahead.
You. Wait. What was that match? It was you.
Yeah.
Danhausen.
Yes.
And Shaza McKenzie.
Yes.
Versus Rachel Zoe.
Okay.
Sue Young.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember who the last person was.
Was it a 3-on-2 for some reason?
No, it was a 3-on-3. It literally was a 3. I cannot remember who the last person
was. There who else is in the group? Like, who else would have...
It was Candy. That's who it was.
It was who?
Candy Lee.
Oh my God. Now I really feel bad. That would have been a hoot and a pip. Dear Lord. Queen says, RJ, you're always invited to the party. But I just want to point out that doesn't count as an actual invitation. You know?
Are you feeling better from last week? Because last week you were very aggressive.
Well, I figured out that the problem was my webcam. So I ripped out my webcam and now it works. The built-in camera works. And you know how many people told me last week was my best episode?
You were really good.
I wasn't good. I was bad, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a lot of emotional turmoil, and I was like, I can't do that again. I can't do that every week. You know? And that one person who asked about me going on TikTok, that really pushed me over the edge.
Yes. Suppose her name Marley or something.
Oh, poor gal. Queen said, RJ, would you like to attend this holiday party? Thank you for asking, Queen, but on less than 24 hours notice, I'm busy. So now tell everyone I showed up at 2 years ago to your store.
Yes, you did.
And I walked around and I really liked pointing at everything.
You did. And you got hit on too.
Yes, I did. Did I? Because most of the time I'm not aware of it. This is the thing.
You got hit on. Like, you walked into the store. Let me tell y'all. If you've never seen RJ in real life, like, I'm going to, put you over a little bit, but RJ's fucking hot.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Twitter does nothing. It literally does no service. He's fucking hot, and he's, tall. So he walked in, and everyone was like, who the fuck is that guy?
Now, though, the thing was, the person who was the hitter was working at said store.
No, she thought you were hot.
Yeah, but I would assume, is a salesperson.
Yes, she was one of the managers.
I assume that they would want me to buy. Wouldn't they want me to buy a suit? Like, I feel like it was a routine.
No, especially not for her, because she's very she followed you on. She doesn't even follow me on Instagram.
Well, needless to say, I did not buy any suits.
You did not, but you got a new Instagram follower.
Right. So I think it all worked out.
It's priorities here. I think that was my priority.
Yeah. No. And then we had pizza. You and I.
We had glorious pizza. It was really good pizza. Yeah, it was great. And that was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago. Do you want to tell everyone why it didn't happen this year?
Oh, fuck you.
This is good. This is I think it's a teachable moment for everyone, like the public good.
If you've ever seen my phone, actually, let me look at it right now. I have 480 unread text messages.
But what? Like how? Why?
Because sometimes I can't help it that I'm popular, and sometimes I miss a text message. I actually literally just texted someone today who had texted me a month ago. Hey, can we go shopping?
But I mean, you're available. It's not like you're on a pilgrimage or something. You don't live in a hermitage upstate. You're easy to get a hold of this way.
I'm a busy man, and sometimes I just forget. But you did after your show last week. I texted you.
Well, yeah, okay. So yes. After my show last week, you texted me. Go ahead, go on.
I texted you, and I was like, "Hey, that was a great show." And then I realized that you had texted me
a month earlier,
November 12th or something.
Yeah.
And it was, "Hey, I'm going to be in the city in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Let's go to lunch." And after I probably texted you like 4 times, "When are you coming back? When are you coming back?" So I felt like an asshole.
Yes.
So now I need to check my text messages at all times.
So now, from my perspective, I ended up going to New York last minute. Of course, I saw David, which was negligible, but the best part was I got those lovely photos taken, of which I will continue to post more. And then I texted you and I said, I'm in. I'll be around. I can come by. We can do the same thing. It'll be like a 2-year anniversary. Nothing. Okay? Nothing, not a hint of anything. You don't have, your read receipts on. You don't have anything. And then I see you tweet something.
Sounds about right.
And in my brain, I go, there's obviously some conspiracy and this person hates me and is purposely avoiding me. And what did I do? And I start, losing my mind. And then I had to go back through our text messages and realized, sometimes you just like, it's real sporadic, your timeline there of your replies. And I thought, maybe he's very busy. Maybe this is his work phone. And I'm texting him off work hours. It's certainly not about a suit. Maybe he's, whatever. And then that night, you commented on one of my pictures. And I thought either this person is, a complete sociopath and is out to ruin my life, or he's not looked at it at all. And then I was like, okay, but I'm going to let it go. I'm going to give some space. I'm not going to freak out. And then, yeah. And then here we are now. And then it was a teachable moment.
You should but now you have to send me a follow-up.
That's not no. The fucked up part is in your hands. I'm not crazy about this having to bend over backwards to get you to, you know what I mean? You have the phone. I think at this point it's a wash and you should just get a new phone.
It's funny because Alex is in the chat, and I'm sure she knows from experience.
Yes.
My text messages are very sporadic.
She says that you reply after 2 weeks. Yeah.
Can I see it? I'm like, I'm going to reply to this.
Yeah.
And then it just doesn't happen.
But I think the important thing is that we resolved our issue and we came to an understanding of each other.
We did. Very much so. And you realize how much I love you and appreciate you as a friend.
Thank you. Christine said, spiraling about how everyone hates me is a daily activity for me, but it's important to be reasonable in those moments and say, maybe it's not me. The other people have, it's all, as Kevin Nash once famously said, it's motherfucker, it's not all about you. He said that about, I think the interview was, he was talking about backstage. Brett didn't want to take a finish or something. And the Undertaker jumped out of his seat and yelled at Brett. But it certainly it sounds so much better coming from Kevin Nash's mouth.
Yes,
but it
sounds better coming from Kevin Nash's mouth.
I'll say. Back to me being more attractive in person, because I think this is an important point. Sarah of Marty and Sarah told me that I tweet smaller than I am in person.
You do.
Do you agree? You would think I'm like a shorter person?
I absolutely thought you were 5'7". I felt Tom Cruise vibes.
Yeah.
And then you walked in, I was like, yo, this motherfucker's 6'2".
So, but then you go, okay, well, he's tall and he's tweeting like he's 5'7". So what do you deduce now is my hang up? What is wrong with me? Why do I do that? And how would I tweet taller?
You under promise and you over deliver.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, my theory is if I under promise and then I just deliver adequately, then I've over delivered.
But see, now just making your head so big, you won't be able to get through the door anymore.
Well, and then this is why I have to do the 5'7" tweets.
But yeah, you always over deliver. You're a fantastic human being.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And are you doing shows again next year? Does anyone know? You don't know.
I do believe Uncanny Attractions will have shows. I will more than likely not be a part of it.
Okay, because you didn't text them back.
Because what?
Because you didn't text them back.
Honestly, it's it was a lot of drama. Booking shows.
Yes.
A lot of drama. So I think I'm just gonna do like some random shows and do some commentary and just ring announcing and call it a day. I do not really want to be super involved in wrestling.
Yes, and it's not necessary. I always say it's just like the mafia, but without any money.
No money whatsoever.
So it's like not like the mafia at all, really. It's a lot of yelling, and then you go, "What are we doing?"
Exactly. No money. And I realized, like, this is a career.
No,
I have a job.
And you do, and you have a fine job. And also, do you feel people are intimidated by you? Do you feel like people will automatically feel like you're judging their outfits?
Everyone feels like I'm judging.
But most of the time you are.
You said most of the time I am?
Yeah, no?
Yes, I am. But it's just natural because it's my job. So it's like I'm always looking at what can be better. A lot of people, most people's biggest issues, because I don't think you need to have a lot of money to dress well.
Yes.
I think your style is your style, but most people just don't realize what their body shape is. So they don't actually accentuate the positives about their body. And so they feel like kind of dopey or whatever, and like they're super subconscious, but it's like, hey, you have great legs, like show off your legs.
Right.
You have great arms, show off your arms.
They're so worried about the weaknesses that they don't accentuate the good parts.
No, like I know I have a beer belly.
Yes.
Because I really like beer. So that's why I don't wear very like tight stuff. I show off. I have a great ass and great legs.
So you should just walk backwards. The issue I have is I'm a little larger in the shoulders and smaller in the waist. So sometimes for things to fit me in the shoulders, they will then hang and make my waist. They'll make me look wider in general than I am.
And that's why tailor is your best friend.
Yeah.
You need to get all your stuff tailored.
Yeah, I really should. I mean, I just try not to wear suits. I wear like one a year, maybe.
We should make you a custom suit.
That would be great. And should you ever answer your phone, I would be happy to come by your store. I also want to thank you because you were a consultant on my Family Feud outfit.
Yeah. But you didn't tell me what it was for.
Because, first of all, in my experience, you do not talk about those things until they happen.
Okay.
Because I would feel like an idiot. This is why I tweet like 5'7", because like, a 6'2" tweet would be like, hey, I'm doing Family Feud. Can you help me pick out an outfit? And then the show gets canceled and I never do it and I look like an idiot.
Okay, I understand that reasoning.
Yes.
But like I don't even know if you told me it was for TV. I think you just said I need an outfit.
Well, I know the TV rules of like don't wear striped clothing or really busy patterns, which I'm pretty sure David eschewed almost immediately. But here's my thing about David. I don't know if my philosophy is that your whole outfit gets one item that is a centerpiece, a focal piece, the conversation piece. Everything else should fall behind that item and
That's
support it.
exactly right.
Yes. So
I
we
tell people figure out what your hero piece is.
the hero
Your
piece.
hero piece
Yes.
is what your eye automatically is drawn to.
Yes.
And everything else should complement your hero piece.
But with David, everything is a thing. He doesn't have the hero piece. He has like the Avengers. Everything you could talk about, and then sometimes he will, wake up in the morning. I'll look at him and I'll say, "Can you just tell me like what was the first thing you put on today? Like how did this outfit happen?" And he doesn't. He thinks it's funny, but it's not funny. It's disturbing.
He has his own incredible style.
No, you can't write that shit off like he's Picasso and no one understands him. I think that's really generous and wrong.
I've seen some of his award show looks, and they were interesting to look at.
Yes, he had a Kermit the Frog suit once. We took a picture actually. The last time I was in LA, there was we were eating.
He didn't say thank you for the crab legs or something.
No, that was 3 years ago. I've since forgiven him because he won Fast Money with me together, and I was very proud of him. So I let the crab legs go. But the last time we were there, he was eating. I think we were eating. He had spinach, and he thought, "Oh, there's a paparazzi outside. Let's have fun." And we paid for the bill. He held the spinach in his mouth the whole time, and then we took a picture together with the paparazzi guy, and he had this big piece of spinach in his teeth. And we got in the car, and then he immediately felt bad because he thought the spinach was too big. And it was like too jokey. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the whole point of the joke, right?
I guess we've since never seen the picture anywhere.
Oh, yeah. They were like, this is not worth any money.
Yes, but leave it to him to like out paparazzi, like to annoy the paparazzi where they're like, this isn't worth it. That's really his. Christine says, follow Darnell. You won't regret it. Many people say that you're a wonderful wrestling Twitter follow.
Oh, that's such a lie, but thank you so much.
Do you feel burdened by it when people say that to you?
I feel burdened by my last account. Because I didn't have like a shit ton of followers, but I had like 6,000 followers or something. But
right.
It was frustrating because anytime I would tweet something, it would get way too much traction. And I'd be like, oh my God, this is too much pressure.
But do you ever do the opposite? Do you ever delete tweets?
I delete tweets all the time.
Me too. But I never delete them where I'm like, oh, this is like a bad thing I've said. I'm just like, no one's liking this.
Yes, it's a picture of that. It's no one's liking this. It's me. After a night of drinking, like I drank last night.
Okay.
Last night in the city.
Yes.
And, we went out, we partied, we danced a little bit. And then I woke up and the first thing I did was check my Twitter. To make sure I didn't tweet something absolutely ridiculous. So I could delete it.
Right.
Even though everyone has seen it at this point.
Yeah, I'm also like, I have to delete it usually within the first 5 minutes.
Oh, no. I'm a deleter after 8 hours. I'm just like, no.
Wow. Nails is asking you to explain your Twitter name, which is, and I want to get this correct, I want to enunciate it as best I can. Burlington Throat Factory.
A wonderful gentleman named Cam.
Yeah.
If you follow him, his Twitter name is Seahawk.
Okay.
He had tweeted it, and then I was like, I'm just going to steal that.
Mm-hmm.
But I like references to fellatio. I think
that's
funny.
That's weird. I thought you were talking about Peruvian throat singing. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I've gotten completely confused.
Yeah, I have a childish humor, unfortunately.
Yeah, although it's a good, but you've balanced it out. Therein lies the humor, is that Burlington Coat Factory is on the opposite end of that spectrum.
Yes.
So you've taken something legitimate and then ruined it. You're not just ruining things, you know?
Okay. I was like, legitimate. I think my throat skills are legitimate.
See, you're doing it again. And I think that's the joy of it, is that I saw the name and I laughed at it because you mentioned Burlington Coat Factory at all. Even if it was just Burlington Coat and not Throat, I would find it just as funny. You know?
I'm a stand-up comedian and I didn't even know it.
No, you didn't know it. But you tweet well, you have a good command of sentence structure, and I think that's important. So what is your day now? You're gonna get dry.
I'm dry.
Okay.
I am going to, my hotel room looks a mess.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to pack all this up because checkout time is at 11.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to go to a diner, have some breakfast, have the job pay for it.
Yes, as you should, as they should pay for this.
Yeah, they are.
Do you have any plugs? Do you have anything you want to plug?
Do I have anything I want to plug? No, I want to plug watch Church of Josie today.
Yes.
Because it's Alex and my friend Kayla. They're amazing. So please do that. And then if you live in the New York City area, on January 15th in Richfield Park, I will be doing commentary for Wrestler's Lab, with the main event being Handsome Max and versus MV Young. So that should be super, super, super fun. So I'm really excited about that show.
There's so many people that I know that you've mentioned that I only know through Twitter, and then I realize I haven't met, and I feel horrible about it.
I feel like that's just Twitter in general.
I know.
There's so many people like, oh yeah, like I feel like, do you know Dan Barry?
Yes, I've met him.
Delight. We just follow each other. We had dinner on Wednesday, and I realized it was the first time we ever met each other, but we followed each other for like a year and a half.
Can I tell you a Dan Barry story?
You do. He's so handsome.
He is very handsome.
He's so handsome.
But handsome in like a real world non-wrestling sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And like he looks like he has really good credit.
Yes.
Like, there's a lot of positives.
Nail said RJ has not met Effie, and it blows my mind. That's very true. I don't think I've met
Effie?
I haven't met Effie or Alley Cat or Dan the Dad, like any or Warhorse, people that I usually get grouped in with. I'm like, I haven't met any of these people. Only Danhausen, really. Oh, see? So there you go. Okay, wait. Okay, Dan Barry story. The WrestleMania that was in New York, like the last New York WrestleMania, David was there, and they were all hanging out in something, and I wasn't there. But the next morning, I get a text from Dan Barry saying, I just want to let you know I have David's pants.
Huh?
And I was like, excuse me? And he's like, well, we're at the bar. And they said, I like your pants. I like your pants. And then David said, well, let's trade pants. And David was wearing jeans. Talk about everything being a thing. David was wearing jeans with a Mickey Mouse pattern on them.
Of course.
So it was like, I have, whatever. And so just let him know that. I was like, okay. And then, I said it to David. He's like, yeah, I wanted to give my pants. It was very nice. And, whatever. Okay, great. A month ago, when you didn't answer my text, and I see David, and he's wearing the jeans, these Mickey Mouse jeans. And I said, oh, my God, you got your pants back? And he said, no, I just really liked them. So I bought another pair. And I said, well, you could have just asked Dan to see. He said, no, I was happy that he had them, but I wanted them too.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah. And then I texted that to Dan, and he felt horrible.
It's like I stole the Star of Eight-Legged Freak's pants.
Yeah. And star is a generous term, because it's mainly the spiders.
It's Scarlett Johansson's incredible acting work.
That too. The original name of the film was Iraq Attack, but then the war broke out, and they thought that didn't sound so good at all.
I actually really love that movie. I watched it like 2 weeks ago.
I can't do it. I cannot do it at all.
Support your friend.
I have, and just not that way. So, all right, I'm going to let you go. Get ready. Have a good checkout.
Thank you. I hope so. I hope it's successful if they don't ask for anybody from me, because I'm not paying for shit.
Right. No, of course. Write it off and have a good time. And I'll talk to you soon, but probably only via this app.
Yes. You'll text me and I'll get get back to you in like 6 months.
Yes, it's really like a message in a bottle.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Okay. Goodbye.
All right, bye.
Well, that was Darnell. Are we still on? And that was adorable. A sweet fella. Let's see what people are saying in the chat. Jerry just said I'm awesome, and is that okay? Neil said, Nikki, he needs to be a guest on here. Can you imagine the fury from RJ? Who are we talking about? RJ needs to go to Glory Pro to meet everyone. Well, they can just book me. Positively E said, please tag with Effie. What would our name be? Neil said, Warhorse. What? I'm shocked. I've just never met him, unfortunately. Nikki said, David really is the best WCW champ, isn't he? No, like Nash, maybe. I can think of at least, and I'm being very generous to David, I can think of at least 7 or 8 other people. Neil said, Po Girl, she's been tagging with Effie this weekend on GCW. They defeated the Cardonas. That really takes the edge off of like Chelsea Green and the Deathmatch King. And then you just call them the Cardonas. They sound like they live next door. And it sounds like they have a wooden sign with like stained glass hanging outside their house that just says the Cardonas. The number of the house is hard to read in the dark, so just look for the sign that says the Cardonas. Neil said, great guest. It was Darnell is a dear friend and a fine young man. Positively, he said David should get that writing credit. Aaron said, great chat. Poker said, bye, Darnell. Good show. Nikki said, Nils and I were talking Warhorse, but I don't see him waking up early enough to make coffee in his underwear. True. I think maybe he's staying up late from the night before. SM said, fuck the Cardonas. Well, you can put them on your own personal list next to Stanley Tucci and Mark Ruffalo. Neil said they called themselves that, then they quit. Nikki said David is the sweetest champ, though Nash is also lovely. Nash has such a size that he would not be trading pants with anyone. Anyway, everybody, that is the program. I want to thank Erica and Christine for these lovely gifts. I'm going to hold them up again. If you want the Van Velzen coffee, you're shit out of luck. But you can buy my high anxiety coffee and Coffeehausen at rootlesscoffee.com. And I don't know, click on my shit. Everything else is around. Let's get a final look at the underwear. And then we will get out of here. There you go. And then go watch Church of Joshi. I can't pronounce it well. I'm going to work on it, Alex. Sorry. Until next time, Godspeed.